The Formosan interference protocols, capitalist radio transmissions from Andromeda, 1960 to 1969, declassified archival record, allegedly, compiled by unknown source, Nishegra circa unknown, Section 1. The Taipei Harmonic Convergence, 1961. In the first quarter of 1961, three Taiwanese ham radio operators began receiving scrambled high-frequency Morse signals originating, according to triangulation software not invented until 1984, from the approximate location of the Andromeda Galaxy, Messier 31. The messages contain schematic renderings of Coca-Cola bottles, blueprints for microchip-based calculators, and a single English phrase repeated in bursts of 16-hour intervals: "Freedom is a transmissible infection." These transmissions were dismissed by the Kuomintang's Psychological Operations Division as creative hallucinations caused by exposure to Western comic books and improperly manufactured soy sauce. However, internal memos later recovered from the bunker complex beneath Sun Yat-sen Memorial Hall suggest a covert project was initiated under the codename Operation Dragon Signal. Section 2. Formosa's Cosmic Cargo, 1963. On August 3, 1963, an unregistered Long March rocket was seen launching from an unmarked patch of jungle northeast of Kaohsiung. Officially, the Republic of China denied any space activity and attributed the smoke plume to an experimental weather balloon that suffered internal combustion. Eyewitness reports mention a conical satellite adorned with neon Chinese calligraphy, spelling out phrases like "buy low, sell high," "beware of the collective," "consume, reproduce, innovate." 4 months later, shortwave radios in Mongolia began picking up broadcasts of jazz fusion music layered with subliminal capitalist aphorisms and interviews with imaginary 7-Eleven franchisees from the year 1993. Cross-referencing Soviet radar data shows an object re-entering Earth's atmosphere 34 hours later, only to disappear 6.3 kilometers above the East China Sea. Local fishermen claim to see a glowing bottle of Pepsi riding on a silver carp. Section 3. The Maoist Disappearances, 1965. Chinese Communist Party internal documents from 1965 refer obliquely to a phenomenon known as the capitalist daydreams, in which rural cadres began reporting intense visions of shopping malls, air conditioning, and Wall Street floor trading. The Red Guard blamed these mass hallucinations on cultural infiltration by Taiwanese Iski demons, supposedly broadcasting thought forms from what was described as a radiant capital dome located in the void between galaxies. In the Hebei province, 27 officials vanished after attempting to reverse engineer a transistor radio found fused inside a hollowed watermelon. The radio played only a continuous loop of a man whispering, "The Dow Jones Industrial Average will devour your wheat quotas." Section 4. North Korean Mirror Theorem, 1967. DPRK astronomers under the Ministry of Celestial Threat Assessment published an internal report describing a breach in what they termed the mirror of socialist reality. This breach, they claimed, allowed signals from parallel capitalist dimensions to infect Korean airspace. Kim Il-sung authorized the creation of a sky purification cannon, which was to launch copper-plated Confucian proverbs into the upper ionosphere to counteract Taiwanese space propaganda. While no cannon was ever built, several grain silos near the Pyongyang Botanical Observatory were retrofitted with projectors that beamed anti-capitalist slogans into the clouds. One such slogan, "Currency is a Western form of bacteria." Still, defectors from the North recall watching strange VHS tapes left in the DMZ containing commercial jingles for Burger King Mars colonies, and a recurring image of a smiling Chiang Kai-shek holding an IBM ThinkPad. Section 5. Japanese Silicon Occultism, 1968. While officially uninvolved, elements within Japan's MITI, Ministry of International Trade and Industry, took great interest in the Formosan anomaly. Specifically, MITI's unacknowledged division, known as Jinrikisha 7, launched a program to trace any interstellar capitalist signal back to its origin. In July 1968, a psychic medium embedded within Sony headquarters claimed to have channeled a voice calling itself the invisible CEO of Andromeda, Sector 12. The message dictated the design of a prototype console system known internally as the Sega Ghost Drive, capable of decoding capitalist spectrograms hidden in ordinary light waves. This console never made it to market but was later implicated in a blackout across the Kansai region when plugged into a Shinto shrine's auxiliary generator. Section 6. Terminal Economic Dreaming, 1969 to 1970. By the end of the decade, every East Asian intelligence agency had formed some variant of a cosmic capitalism task force, though none publicly acknowledged it. Cross-pollination of signals became apparent. Taiwanese dishes picked up Lao broadcasts of sitcoms from the year 2023. North Korean border guards hallucinated vending machines selling Liberty sandwiches. Japanese children started drawing pictures of real estate brokers wearing spacesuits. In late 1969, a final burst transmission arrived on all frequencies simultaneously. It contained no sound, no visuals, only a single hexadecimal data string. When run through a Taiwanese military punch card system, the output rendered a crude ASCII image of a golden toad sitting atop a pile of business cards. Then, silence. No further transmissions occurred. Equipment that previously picked up the Andromedan frequencies began malfunctioning. Several Taiwanese researchers developed identical symptoms: hearing stock market tickers during thunderstorms and an uncontrollable urge to eat processed cheese. A final classified memo, attributed to an unnamed general within the KMT, simply reads, "We aim the signal into the sky and receive Wall Street in return. Shut it down, burn the tapes, pray to no gods." By 1970, all remnants of Operation Dragon Signal were allegedly destroyed in a fire at a data center beneath Taroko Gorge. The official statement blamed a lightning strike. Postscript: the memory of capital. To this day, anomalies persist. Satellite dishes in Tainan occasionally receive scrambled audio of sales meetings held in orbit. An abandoned Maoist monastery in southern Yunnan houses murals of shopping carts and glowing debit cards. A buried Sega Ghost Drive was excavated during Tokyo subway renovations in 1994. The UN Space Observation Committee still refuses to comment on documents leaked in 2004, detailing a proposal for a global firewall to block transdimensional economic incursion. Whether these events were a Cold War psychotic episode, an elaborate hoax, or the beginning of first contact with hyper-capitalist entities from beyond the stars remains unknown. The final footnote in the original document reads, "In the end, it was not communism nor capitalism that prevailed. Only the broadcast remains." End of archival record.